Hey friends, welcome back to another video. I have a lot to do today, so I'm just gonna get right into it. I have a little bit over a week to prep for this trip to California. I've done a few videos before on like how I get ready for these long trips. Usually we're gone for about 2 to 3 weeks. This time we're gonna be gone for 3 weeks. And Alice will be coming to water my plants twice. So this really isn't like a good example of like how to leave your plants for a long time, because if I really did not have anyone to water for 3 weeks, this would look a lot different. But I'm just gonna be tweaking a few things because right now my plants are needing to be watered kind of around 2 times a week, especially the small ones. So I have kind of made a list of things that I need to do before I go to kind of just get things in a better place and try to suffer the least amount of casualties possible. So I've got my little list here. I don't really want to spend too much time doing this because 1, it's Mother's Day weekend and I don't want to be working all weekend, and 2, honestly, I am checked out mentally. I am in vacation mode. All I want to do is eat good Mexican food and have a beer and relax at my sister's house, play video games, and have my mom watch my kid. Yeah, I'm just ready, so I don't really want to be filming all day, but I do have a bunch of things I need to do in this room to get ready for the week or to get prepped before my trip in a week. Actually, the week leading up to leaving, I really don't spend a lot of time doing plant care. It's more so trying to get prepped, getting the house prepped, cleaning out the fridge, trying to cook everything so it doesn't go bad, getting all Pudge's food ready. Like, it's just a lot of like things leading into it, and especially now we have Archie. So today is really gonna be my last day of plant care before I go. I am going to be a little crazy. I'm gonna be a little crazy this time because I have a thrips problem right now. I really haven't been finding that many spider mites. I mean, they're around, they're always around, but it's not like a full-on outbreak. Like, it's just been kind of the 1 or 2 plants I've been finding them, like my Dean McDowell, Gloriosum, like the usual suspects. But right now my issue is thrips, and thrips are annoying. We all kind of, I think we've all had our bout with thrips at some point, and dealing with I'm not gonna call it an infestation, but dealing with kind of a bigger issue than normal right before a trip is absolutely not ideal. So I am going to be taking rather drastic measures to kind of keep the numbers at bay while I'm gone, which means I'm gonna be chopping a bunch of leaves off. While I'm away, I really would only want 1 or 2 leaves on each plant. And the only reason I'm not crying, I wouldn't cry about this normally, but the reason that this doesn't seem like a huge deal to me right now is because we are gearing into summer. Everything is growing really fast. And so honestly, I'm really not worried about being very leafless right now. Honestly, if I could just get the pests under control, to not come home to a full-blown outbreak would be perfect, because that's kind of the last thing that you want to deal with when coming home from a trip. So what I'm going to be doing is chopping everything down to 1 to 2 leaves. It's not going to be fun, but it's what we're going to do. So I think that's where I'm going to start. And I think I'll start at the bottom here. And while I start at the bottom, I actually have gotten 2 bins. I bought 2 bins at the dollar store because I'm gonna be putting my smaller plants / prized plants into bins while I'm gone so that they really don't need to be watered. Like, obviously I'll have Alice check to make sure none of them are like completely dry, which I don't see why they would be dry if they're in 100% humidity. But this is the size that I got. I probably should have gotten a 3rd bin, but here we are. The size of this is 14.5 by 12.5 by like 8. Pretty good size, I would say. Like, it's pretty tall. I wanted to get one that was tall enough, like if a new leaf came out, it wouldn't get completely squished. And pretty much all of my plants on the bottom shelf are going to go into bins. So before I put them all into bins, I'm going to chop some leaves off. So I'm going to take you down here. Obviously, I would love to fit every single plant into here, or into these 2 bins, but that's just not gonna happen. So I need to start by doing the ones that I really, really care about. Oh my gosh, this thing is covered in what I think is flat mites. There are spots all over. Okay, number 1, blood moon. Blood moon is 100% going into a bin because I didn't upsize it yet, and that pot dries out really, really fast. I'm gonna spray this down because what in the actual heck? Okay. Okay, some other prized plants. This one is another one that I really like. This is the Zara Michelle Carla from Plant Babe in another really small pot. So I'm gonna put that in here. My Port Ace, I think I'm also going to be putting in a bin. Really, I'm only doing like 4-inch pots and under. If it's in any pot bigger than 4, it's just gonna have to figure itself out. Dark Phoenix KOS will go into a bin. Oh. Who else? AOS Dark Form and Tilakii Oliver. This one has been rehabbing for a long time. Honestly, if I had more, Rooting Riches, I would just get it into that because I don't really think it's liking leca, but we'll see. Maybe high humidity will do it some good. This one's in a pretty big-ish pot, but actually, no, that's not. It's too tall. I really like this one, the Carla Pap Carla Dress RG, my hybrid from POW. Oh, I'm supposed to be chopping leaves off. Well, those only have 1 leaf. I'll chop this one. KOS Dark Phoenix. I'll chop off some Blood Moon. Look at this little Blood Moon leaf. It's so cute. Port Ace. I will chop off the oldest leaf. I think 2 leaves is going to be the max on any plant. Even though these ones are going to be in a bin, it doesn't really matter. Okay, who else? Ow, my butt broke. Whatever this no ID lost tag is, it's still kind of cute, and it is in a tiny pot. Maybe this Carla Bevep from Alice can go in there. These ones are all already 2-leaf plants. I think I'll put my Mind Flare in there. I think I'll get my Voldemort in there, even though it's already looking so sickly. I honestly don't know what's wrong with this plant. It has not liked me since coming into this house. I don't blame it. I think I'm just gonna chop off the 2 oldest leaves on that one. Bye-bye. Dude, my butt keeps cracking. Okay, I think, oh, for sure I've got to put my Bevep in there because this one just like melts if it becomes dry. And then also this Carla Fort Sherman Ralph Lynam F2 from Matt. This can go in here. So that's already 1 bin, y'all. That is 1 bin. I don't think I have any 4-inch plants up here. I only found 1, my X1. But this bin is packed. We're done. That's all that can go in here. But it's fine because it's actually most of them now. I do need to water those plants. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the Carla Pap FTG Cell from Josh. This new leaf is so freaking cute, but definitely got flat mites or something. Okay, I'm gonna chop off 1 of the leaves because I do need to try and squeeze the majority of these plants in here. I'm gonna do another one of Josh's plants, his Pappy hybrid. And then I don't know what this is. I actually think this might be another Voldemort. Maybe. I don't remember making 2 props, but maybe. Alice's Indomag Magcris Carla. Whoa, put that on there. This will go into a bin. And another one of Matt's hybrids, his Blue Pep hybrid. I'm gonna just put these, I think, yeah, it'll fit back under here. I mean, seriously, I should have gotten at least one more bin, but I might not even need it. Another one of Alice's Carla Bevep. I'll put that there. Oh, for sure, the Black Widow Michelle Fort Sherman. This one is so finicky. This one is from, whatchamacall? What's this from? The Homebody. Oh my gosh, my nose is so itchy. I have like that rash around my nose and it has never been this itchy before. It's so bad. Oh, those only have 2 leaves. Okay, those are all in bigger pots. I'll put my Forgetii Bessier Af in there, my green soul, only because it's in a really tiny pot and it does dry out quite fast. And then I think I might actually have some plants on my personal, or I might have some personal plants on this shelf, like Fort Sherman Ralph Linum. This one is in perlite rehabbing. It's got new roots on it, which is amazing. I think these are Ace of Spades hybrids, but I can't be for certain. I don't know who this is, but it's really cute. Look at that. Who are you? That'll go in here. I don't know if my Wenlingeris from Owen are gonna be okay, but I guess I could just put the lid on this and I'll just put these here. Oh my gosh. Guys, why do we do this to ourselves? Why? Maybe I'll do my NSE Red Crystal, Tazula Red Crystal from Plant Babe. This one is currently crashing the heck out. Okay, I think that's good for this box. I might be able to fit one really tiny one, but that would be absolutely it. Get one more. I think I'll do this one from Dania. Whoa, what is this? Doc Block Mag F2 AOS Green. This one doesn't like need high humidity, but it is in a pretty small pot. So this is that box, and now we have 2 completely full boxes. So I guess I didn't need 3. So what I'm gonna do is actually consolidate all of the ones that are still down here. I'll put them all on the right, and then I'll put these bins up here. Why? Why?
It's like
yeah, what on earth? Is there poop in there? Ew. Ew. Why are you the way that you are? Oh my gosh, look at how perfectly that fits. Look at, not a millimeter to spare. Don't you love when stuff like that happens? It's beautiful. Okay, these are all good. These all have lids down here. All of my prop bins should be fine. These will not need to be opened. I think I'll end the day by watering. Now, keep in mind, this is a very, very drastic way to approach this kind of situation, but at this point, it's like, do you choose leaves or do you choose your sanity? And the last thing that I want to come home to after a long vacation is a house full of thrips. So this one's working on a new leaf. I'll chop off this one. Oh, this one's gonna be painful. Red Crystal from Dania. The new leaf is getting squished anyway. I've actually never done this before, like just chopped everything down. Yeah. Chop. I've never chopped everything down like this, but I'm not gonna lie, it feels kind of good. It's a little freeing. Alice is gonna come over and be like, what happened to your plants? No, I didn't want to do that. These leaves are so nice on my Bessier AOS green. This one actually is a anthurium that grows quite well for me in ambient. I really love this leaf. Look how dark and beautiful it is. Is it dark in here or just me? Sorry, I didn't realize my lights were so low. Oh, I did not want to chop that off. That one was painful. That one was very painful. Off you go. Don't think, just chop. If you think about it too much, it's gonna be more painful. Be strong. My thrips magnet. I liked this leaf, and I thought this new leaf was safe from thrips, but it's got thrips in the little corner. You know, what you're gonna do. Really liked these ones too. I'm gonna get a lot of thumbs down on this video, I already know it. This is not a flattering angle at all. I don't even want to know what you guys can see right now. Gosh, it's gonna be so painful chopping this scalprum up, but why? Okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Forgetty eye, Carla was wanting to chop those leaves off anyway. This one is gonna be painful because I really love how bushy this plant is, but unfortunately something's gotta go. Everything's fine, everything's fine, don't panic. Leaves grow back. Nothing to panic about. Chopping off these variegated leaves. This Billy is just completely gonna revert at this point. Cuprea. I could be seeing things, but okay. Does my Monstera Burley Marx's Flame actually have a fenestration? Or is that just a rip? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Do you guys see that? OMG. Oh my gosh. Good girl. Guys, I was just roasting this in a video and was saying how frustrated I was with it. The plant gods have heard my prayers. Is this pally ever gonna go to pollen? If I've had this pally this long with the smell of sperm and it gives me no pollen, I'm gonna be PO'd. Here is my seedling area. For the most part, it should be fine because I can just put lids on top of all of these. These are my Carla seedlings. I'm gonna be sending some of them to friends. So let's see how many I need. I need 4 of them. So that's perfect. I've got, well, I wanna pick a good one for them. Maybe I'll do some that were in here. Closed bins. Okay, let's do one. Oh, this one's so round and cute. I'm so glad I'm not bringing like a huge box to California like I usually do. I usually am just hauling like a massive bin of plants, but it's way better this time. I'm only bringing plants that I'm sending to friends, which is not that many. Maybe I'll bring 2 more just in case while I'm down there, someone, I don't know, something comes up. It kind of sucks because these ones were all, they were all transitioned to low humidity, and now I'm putting them back. You guys, bins are a plant person's best friend when you're on vacation. I do need to water a bit though. And hopefully with things being in bins, it'll mean that Alice doesn't need to like spend as much time watering, because a lot of the smaller plants will be fine. I think if anything, I'll ask her to just kind of check on them her second time that she comes. I'm also watering these with some CalMag because when she's here, I'm not asking her to fertilize, so things are not going to be fertilized for 3 weeks, which not the end of the world. My plants have gone way longer without fertilization before. It would be nice if I could stack them, but then they won't get light. Okay, these are good. And I have these pallies down here. Whoa. This is what remains of the narrow pally stock that I have. Guys, look at how skinny this one is. She's a skinny, skinny mini. And then there was one that was like crazy thick, but it looks like it's getting skinnier now. Thank goodness. Yeah, I think this was the fat leaf. Actually, no, this one was the super fat leaf. Look how freaking thick this one is. But I do think that they're gonna slim down, I think. I would love to get a cover on this, but I don't have a cover. I've got this one. I actually have 2 more bins that I can use for high humidity stuff, but I have to be very selective about who's gonna get them. So obviously I don't want these to die. Oh man, it does not fit. That's what she said. Oh, look how skinny that one, look how skinny that one is. Yummy. Oh, this is a small one, perfect. I think it'll fit. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. Look at that. We love to see it. Watering can. Like I mentioned, it's Mother's Day weekend, and I was really hoping Vince was gonna do this for me, but he got me a spa day tomorrow. His family does a Mother's Day celebration every year, and it's not that I don't love seeing his family, and we don't get to see his family very often. Not that they're not close, but they just like, they don't just hang out on a normal basis. So it's really only days like this or like weekends like this where we would see them. But honestly, I'm just like, we're gonna be doing so much socializing in California because the week that we get there, we get in on a Sunday, and then Vince's best friend and his girlfriend are gonna be arriving on the Tuesday, and they're staying a whole week because they're also going to my sister's wedding. And yeah, it's gonna be all of us in the house for a week. So my sister's family, my family, Vince's best friend and his girlfriend, and then on the Wednesday that week, 2 of my cousins are coming in and staying with us for a couple days too. So it's gonna be like a full house. It's gonna be madness for basically the first week that we're there. And like I'm already, and then the wedding is gonna be on that Saturday. So I'm like, you know what? I just like, I love your family, but I just really want to relax this weekend and not have to socialize. These 2 are rehabs. I'm just gonna water it. They can't obviously fit in any kind of bin, so. Okay, I've had a few people message me asking if I've tried Tanlin drops. Isn't that the same as mosquito dunks or bits, which I've been using, unless it's not? I think maybe mosquito bits are BTI, not tannin. But there's been a few people already that has said to try it. On this shelf here are my Brielle Forgetii. They've been moved to pond, and I'm probably just gonna leave the water levels a lot higher while I'm away because I don't want to put these in bins. They're already acclimated to low humidity. These are going to be eventually added to my scalprum pot. I was trying to sell them. They didn't sell. I love scalprum. I would love a big scalprum pot. So, what? No. More for me. Okay. These ones will likely need to be in a box because they dry out super fast. So I'm chopping all the leaves off. I'm beheading it. I know it's drastic, but what are you gonna do? It's not gonna fit with the leaves, and any new leaves that come out, it's probably just gonna get damaged anyway. Why is it always chaos? This is what remains of my Plougmanii. I brought it down from where it was and it was covered in thrips. So now that's what it looks like. These are going to California. These are my tray of Forgetii Luxe that I got from my friend Jing. And the reason I have so many is because I'm just wanting to see if it fuses, because I would love a Luxe hybrid with a fused sinus. Oh, I just feel like that's what's missing from my collection, and I feel like it's so hard to find a Forgetii Luxe with a fused sinus, and most people that do have it are not selling clones of theirs. That's just my observation. I really don't see many that are being sold unless I'm just missing them. I do want to keep it in this box, but it's just not gonna fit, so all of these leaves are gonna be chopped. And when I get back, this is gonna be definitely a high priority getting repotted, because at this point I'm watering this 2 to sometimes 3 times a week. It just dries out so fast. Some of these look like a dark phoenix. This one is probably the bumpiest one of all, like the most bulate. The rest of them honestly just look like a dark phoenix. All the leaves have been chopped off. I'm very sorry. But it's honestly just gonna feel so much more exciting when I'm back, and to go from like one leaf everything to just new leaves galore. I have this whole thing of Brielle Dark Forgetii that I was hoping to sell to a shop, but I'm seeing some spots on this and I don't know if it's spider mites or if it's flat mites, so I don't want to have to deal with selling anyone an entire bouquet of plants that might have pests, so I'm gonna throw this away. I know. I'm gonna instantly lose like 1,000 subscribers after this video goes up. Oh my gosh. I couldn't fix my hair for this video because I want my hair to be clean for my massage tomorrow. I'm getting like a scalp massage, and I don't have to take another shower because I have products in it. Okay, I have plants that are for sale down here. I've got this plant, which is already sold. I need to go drop this off to Jing's house in a few days. And I sold this one. So both of these are sold. Look at the new leaf on this poly. It's got the little arms. Oh my gosh. I have one of my Brielle Dark Forgetii. It's not right. Brielle Crystal Blacks. I'm selling one. I'm gonna chop off these bottom leaves. Okay, so there's that. I have a Mag Kuna. This one just was not doing anything for me, but I do think it would be good for breeding reasons. This is another Brielle Forgetii that looks really cute, but it's definitely got some sort of spider mite thing, so I'm throwing that out. This is another green soul Forgetii Bessier Af. A very, very cute plant. I know it doesn't look like much right now. This is what it looks like. This is one of the last props that I have of it, so I will be selling that. Top cutting of my elbow. These three, I'm not sure. Oh no, this one I'm selling. If you're looking for a Sierrana, I still have a Sierrana for sale. This is the crystallinum that is from Tropicals Plants. This one is actually really cute, so I'd like to keep it, but it has been rehabbing for a long time. And then my Woohoo's First Night just came out of a prop bin, but I think it's gonna go back in because it's not gonna survive. It's just in perlite, and I don't see, oh yeah, I see new roots, that's awesome. But perlite's gonna dry out so freaking fast. I don't know if this last bin that I have here, I don't know if it's gonna be tall enough for some of these, but, oh, I have 2 bins actually. I don't think it's tall enough. I'm gonna just chop this leaf off. It's very unlikely that I'm gonna sell it in the next 7 days, so, oh, I want my mushroom back. Oh. By the way, I'm not filming all of this today because there are a few things that I'm gonna be doing like right before I go, so yeah, just FYI. I'm gonna pick this back up basically the day before I go. There's just like a few things that I'm gonna like move my bedroom plants out, kind of get things prepped in the living room for Alice, things like that. I haven't really set up many like trades and things like that. I mostly just want to send some things to friends as gifts and stuff. I mainly didn't set up a lot of trades because there's not much I'm looking for at this point. I'm really just wanting to focus on my collection and really love on them and try and get them to thrive. And I just don't think that bringing home a bunch of new, especially anthurium, is like really in the best interest for me right now. I do, like I mentioned, I do plan on going to floriculture. I want to bring home kind of some of the weirdo plants, maybe more columnia, more ripsalis, plants like that. I really just want to see this batch of small anthurium mature so that I can figure out who's going to stay and who's going to go. So yeah, with that said, I do need to chop a few things for friends. One being this diabloense. This is a hot commodity. Everyone wants a piece of her. And I didn't know that they were super hard to find. I didn't know that they were as expensive as they are. But yeah, I'm happy to share if I can. I just don't know. The diabloense, the petioles, it just grows so compact. And I don't even know if there's much stem to work with. But I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna try because I also did want to get this into a pot with drainage. I don't know if I'm gonna do pond for this. I think I mean I could, but it's been growing pretty okay in soil. I'm gonna do a little bit of a repot because I need to do that plant, and I need to do my polypoidioides is not doing well. And I wish I had more rooting riches from Crystal Star for this, but I don't have any. It's just, I just don't think it's gonna be alive if I leave it in this while I'm away. It also dries out so fast. Okay, not ideal to repot while a new leaf is coming out, but this isn't one that I'm really trying super hard to like get to flowering size. Alice has tried to self this plant so many times without any luck. I'm not in a rush, or I'm not like super determined to size this one up. I'm just really enjoying it for what it is right now. It's not looking bad. It's gonna be a challenge for sure because I wanna make sure I'm chopping enough to get some like viable nodes, but it's crazy. This is one of those anthurium that if you chop the stem, you're going to be chopping into petioles, you're going to be chopping into nodes, you're going to be chopping into everything. So you kind of just have to chop enough and hope that you get lucky, because yeah, it's a stingy one for sure. Yeah, I'm kind of just gonna chop and really hope for the best. And I obviously want to leave enough of a root system up at the top so that the rest of my plant can sustain itself. I'm gonna try and get them at least one node, obviously. 2 would be best, but I think I can even get them 3. That was kind of perfect. So here's the stem. I got a leaf. I don't know if the leaf is going to make it because I did slice very, very close to the petiole, but I'm gonna clean this up and I wanna see what the stem looks like. I'm gonna clean it up a bit, and I just wanna know if I got him at least 1 or 2 nodes. While cleaning, I did find 2 healthy looking nodes, so that's good. I would have been mortified if he like sent me plants and then I gave him a spent cutting. But this is what it looks like. Nice big root system. I'm probably gonna chop off a little bit of the root system. I'm not sure if I can show it to you, but there's a node right there. I see that little nip, and then there's another one down here. So fingers crossed, Matt. I hope this gives you something, but the diabloense is just one of those really stingy plants. I am gonna root trim a bit. I want to keep the primary roots, obviously, like the big, fat, juicy ones. I think I'll chop off some secondary roots. I think that's good. I don't want to chop off too much. Give them a nice head start. When talking to some friends, asking them like, can I bring you anything? Is there anything you want? So many of them were like, nope, I'm downsizing. Nope, I'm not bringing home any new plants. It's like, I think we're all kind of feeling it now. Like, there are plenty of plants that I would love to ask for, that I would love in my collection, but it's more so like, ow, I literally stabbed myself. I can feel a fat splinter in my persons. Yeah, it's more so like, do I have space for it? Am I willing to put in the work right now? Because I'm kind of at a point where I feel like I only need like a certain amount of excitement in terms of like, oh, what's this plant gonna look like? And can I get this one to flower? Things like that. But I'm just ready for like a comfortable collection. Like, I just have my go-tos. I'm not trying to bring home any more plants. I'm not trying to purge any more plants. I just have my like solid collection, and we're just growing, you know? I'm just ready to be there. All right, everyone keep your fingers and toes crossed for this little guy, because that was very, very, very invasive. This is a very tree fern heavy mix right now, so I'm gonna add some more worm castings just to bring some more like organic matter into it, because yeah, it's like mostly tree fern. And it was in a pretty dense soil mix before. I don't want to shock it too much. I'm gonna opt for a pot with drainage this time. I don't know if this actually might be too small. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I think we can go a little bit bigger. Ow! I find diabloense roots to be like sticks. Like, they don't have a lot of bend to them. They just grow straight down. So it's kind of hard during repots. I think that's why I opted for such a tall pot. The pot that it came from, I just used one of those like glass cylinders. But yeah, it was a little hard to get in there. I think when I'm back from California, I'm gonna like probably cool it a little bit on the anthurium content because I feel like it's just been heavy anthurium the last few weeks. I want to do an updated Ripsalis collection video because I have added a few since I did the last video, and I'm hoping that floriculture has something new for me this time. I always can count on them to bring home either like a new genus of plants or just bring home something new in a genus I love. Okay, this is a way better pot for it, honestly. I wasn't really feeling that tall pot with the growth of this leaf, or with the growth of these leaves. I feel like it was just like sticking straight up, but now that it's got a wider pot, I don't know, I kind of just feel like it has more space to sort of lean and sprawl now. But look at how cute this new leaf is, so diabolical. I really thought that this like pole combo, the Leca pole combo, was gonna slay, but does not like it. That is the saddest thing I've ever seen. When the new growth point started to die, I was like, yeah, this thing is not happy. Oh my gosh, even the stem, look. Whoops. Okay. So I'm just gonna cut all that off. All of the like new roots that were starting to come out are now dead. Start over here. The new growth point that it started to work on also aborted. Basically just everything has aborted. So I'm almost wondering if I split these into 2 cuttings. Sometimes you just do, you don't think, you just do it. And then I think I'm just gonna stick this into a prop bin. Stick it into some water or something. I should let these callus a bit, but YOLO. Okay, I don't know where to put I'll just put these down here. Okay, handled that. Cut my plant. Who else am I chopping? Can't remember if I was chopping anything for anyone else. I think everyone else I'm just sending seedlings to. My Forgetii Carla is working on an infructescence. I did another hybrid with Alice. Kind of looks like they're starting to ripen now. It's taken so long. Did not think it was gonna take this long. But since it's getting heavy, I wanna make sure that it doesn't snap. And we put her Carla Wu 1 pollen on it, so should be interesting, I hope. But yeah, they're starting to ripen now. I am just hoping that when they're ready to be collected, it's like when I'm back. Although it's probably unlikely, but it's fine. Alice will be coming. She can she can sort it out. I'm gonna be using some of Hugo's Amazing Tape. I find that this works better than something like Velcro. It's a little bit too stiff. So I just need a tiny piece. It's kind of dusty. I do like Hugo's, but if it's even a little bit dirty, it is not gonna stick. Perfect. And then that way, once they develop, it'll have something to support it. This one is sticky now. I'm just waiting for pollen. I'm really hoping that, oh my gosh, I have so many that are pushing inflows that I really want to either pollinate or throw pollen on, but I'm not gonna be here to collect pollen. So my Ralph Lauren and Fort Sherman Luxe, this one is pushing an inflow. My like super dagger dress hybrid from Jose, also pushing an inflow. I don't know if the inflows will be dead by the time I get back, but obviously I'm not gonna ask Alice to like go collect pollen. My RA5 Swamp is also pushing an inflow. It's just the worst timing. It's like they knew I was leaving and they're trying to entice me to stay. Oh, one other thing I need to do is get this dang Ploumannii out of here. I like this Ploumannii, but it's just giving me so much grief with the freaking pests. And I'm just throwing all of this soil away because thrips. Luckily the root system wasn't massive. I think this is another one that I'm gonna just soak. I'm gonna soak this entire thing in probably Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew. And then I'll just like put it back into soil or something. I don't know, tree fern. I don't really like tree fern with, it's dusty in here, philodendron. But otherwise, I think my plant room is in a good spot. I'm not gonna be adjusting lights or anything like that because she is coming twice to water. Like I probably could take back the lights by like an hour or two, but I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave everything the way it is and just hope that things don't dry out super duper fast. I'm looking at my THRIPS EXO and just kind of seeing what in there dries out really fast. If anything, I might take down the light in, not take down the light, but I'll lessen the light in the EXO because the plants in there do dry out super, super fast. All right, very healthy roots, but unfortunately she's got thrips. Okay, I am going to cut it here in the next, not in the next part, but the next time I see you guys, it's gonna be right before my trip. I'm gonna do some last minute stuff and then I will be on my way to California. So yeah, I will see you in a few days. Good morning, everyone. It is finally Friday. I don't actually remember the last time that I filmed, but yeah, trip is tomorrow. The Friday before we leave is always just a scramble to get everything done. I clean, I do any last minute laundry. I wash my sheets because I like coming home to fresh sheets. I pack up the car, pack the roof rack. And if you're wondering why I do all of this, it's because my husband never takes the Friday off before we go. So it's kind of up to me to make sure we're in a good spot so that we don't have too much to do the morning of, since we always leave super early. But yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to do today. So I just want to get the, I want to get filming out of the way. I want to get the watering out of the way. Typically I would do watering at night, but since I'm filming, I want to obviously do it while there's still some light out. Sorry, I'm just cleaning my kitchen. I need to make some coffee because I am so tired. I actually slept quite a bit last night, but I don't know, lately it kind of seems like when I sleep, like I feel like I don't sleep. The other day I took a nap while Archie was napping, and we both napped for like an hour 40-ish minutes, and I literally just felt like I blinked and I did not feel rested. It was just, I felt robbed. Anyway, I need to make some coffee and then we are gonna get straight into watering my living room. That's where I'm gonna start today, and it is going to be a little bit different than what I thought, but I will kind of, I'll let you guys know what the change of plans are right after I make coffee. Show you my new toy. So this is the I actually have a gimbal for my camera, but I wanted a gimbal for my phone. If you guys don't know what a gimbal is, it's one of those stabilizers that, like, you know, it makes it so that it's not super shaky and stuff. So I got one for my phone. I've been eyeing this for so long. I was gonna get like a cheaper off-brand, but I just love, I have a hard time, DJI. I don't know why I always want to say DJI. I'm gonna link this one in the description. I have used it a few times and I'm obsessed. There she is. So it's like, it just follows you, and it makes sure that it's really like stable. I love this thing, it's so cool. You can like manually, every time that I film on my phone, it's always just the worst. It's so shaky. I have to do so much like post-production stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited to have this. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys my living room right now. Okay, I'm gonna try and not get my baby in the shot. This is what I've done in the living room. I told you it's nothing crazy. It's the same shelf that I've had. I had to move it out of my bedroom to make more space in my husband's office area. What? To make more space in my hello, am I having a stroke? To make more space in my husband's office area. Did I say that right the first time? Anyway, I just thought that it would be a nice place to put all of my arid plants. No, they don't need high humidity or anything, but it's just more of a way to display them. And yeah, I just have like my one of my last remaining Hoya. I have my Dicaria madagascariensis, my little peyote penis cactus, which grew like the biggest penis ever. I have 2 pings in here, the bouquet that I got from my friend Jess, and then my small one, and then whatchamacall, I forgot what this is called, but that one is in a pot that I actually made this pot, and I made this pot. I forgot what that's called, little acorn looking plant. Rhipsalis micrantha, this was actually not in here. My Columnia arguta af was in here, but I took it out because I want Alice to be able to water it easily since it's really hard to get up here. So I'm likely gonna take this out and I'll show you guys what I'm doing. And then my little tephro cactus. Oh, and my booby cactus, of course. And I kind of just like styled it with some of my random things. I've got my very sickly looking dorayaki up there, guest placemat, some of my espresso mugs, books, and that. Okay, anyway, that's that. Oh, I also put a light in here. One of the things that I needed to figure out today was how I was gonna get this on a timer, because the issue is there's no space back here. Like, look at how much space is here. I can't fit a timer. And it barely has enough space, basically just for the plug. And my timer things are like this thick. And so I'd have to maybe move the entire cabinet like forward, but I really don't want to do that. It just seems kind of weird. So anyway, yeah, that's that. And then another change in here, I massively trimmed down my yucca because this thing always pokes vents. So I wanted to get all the ones that are like out of eyesight kind of out of the way. And then what I also did is like trim the tips of them so that when you touch it, it's not crazy sharp, because this actually could like impale you, but now it feels a lot better. Up here, it's looking really sparse because the 2 plants that were here have thrips. Actually, pretty much everything has thrips, so that's really awesome. But I'm planning to remove all of these and put them on my dining table so that it's easier for her to water, just because there's like always spillage onto the TV, and I just don't want any kind of like, if she unknowingly spills and then we're away, I'm just so scared of like an electrical fire or something. I'm gonna move that down so that it's easier for her to water, and then I'll leave everything here. But Alice was supposed to come twice, but she thinks she probably can only come 1 time, which is totally understandable. Her schedule is crazy. Yeah, she's only gonna come once, meaning I need to water very, very heavily. So instead of like my plants with the drainage holes, I'm actually gonna bring them all to the sink and I'm just gonna flood them and make sure that all of the like soil is super, super, super saturated, and then I'll get them back into the cover pot and do another watering, probably with fertilizer. And then I'll leave quite a bit of a reserve because they're gonna need to go about a week and a half without water. I'm not crazy worried because the weather has been literally like super rainy here. It has not been hot. So I'm just gonna do another quick little time lapse. I'm gonna bring everything to the sink, and then yeah, we'll go from there. I am a little bit worried about this one. This is one of my absolute favorite plants right now. I don't want it to die. It does dry out really fast because it's in a perlite heavy pond and it's in a very small vessel. So what I think I'm actually gonna do is wrap this pot in like a plastic or something to kind of like enclose that moisture and not let it evaporate super fast. This is my solution for now. I'm contemplating getting it into a prop box though, because I really am super worried about losing this. I'll just have to think about it because I really don't have any prop box space, and I don't know, I don't really know how it's gonna do in just 100, going from 35% humidity to 100. Yeah, I'm gonna see. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I've got this bin and I am going to be leaving it literally right here for her. It's gonna be for plants that are above my TV, and at least here it's gonna be getting light and it's not gonna be difficult to water. So I'm just gonna move everything over, but I need to do the same thing that I just did with my shelf for my plants with drainage holes. So I'm just gonna flush this. I might actually just leave the cover pot off, or not the cover pot, I might leave the drip tray off so that she can actually flush it with water, since it's gonna be another week and a half until my plants get water again. So I'm gonna ask her to water pretty heavily. I put quite a bit of water in this one because it's flowering and it's pushing a new leaf, and I find that when it's doing both at the same time, it uses so much more water than normal. Okay, I'm moving into my, oh, and I tripped. I'm moving into my plant room for now because Archie's on his jolly jumper and it's super loud. This is what my plant room looks like right now. It is so barren. There's like nothing on this shelf. Not that there's not nothing, but because I chopped all the leaves off, it just looks so empty. And I brought my forgetti-eye Carla over to Alice's house so that she can harvest berries while I'm away. But yeah, it is crazy empty. I am not used to it. But pretty much everything that needs to be in a bin is now in a bin. Everything that's not, like these, are just gonna have to fend for themselves. I'm gonna overwater them basically. I'm gonna overwater everything in here and just truly hope for the best. Everything in the bins will not need to be watered. These should hold their water levels pretty much the entire time I'm gone. So I usually make a little video for Alice telling her kind of like what's going on. So I'm gonna tell her to like not open any of these. Because she's only coming once, I decided to move some of my 4-inch plants into here, and I didn't have a bin with a clear cover. So again, I used plastic wrap, and hopefully they're gonna be okay. So I do just need to give these a thorough watering and just hope that they're gonna be fine. I was gonna do another pest treatment, but honestly, I'm not gonna have time today. I'm already like behind on schedule and I started my day at like 7. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly water these. I'm not even setting up my ring light because I just can't be bothered. I don't have a lot of space. My stroller is in here. So I think I'm gonna get this really big bucket that I have. I'm gonna just literally drench everything. I wanna hopefully finish watering in here in the next 20 minutes because Archie's gonna go down for his nap and I'm gonna run out and grab some dog food. So I'm just on a mega time crunch right now. I'm gonna bring drum set over so that it's easier to water. And what am I gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna fill this bucket up. Oh my gosh, it's so dark. Okay, fine. I'll set it up. I'll stop being lazy. Here's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be messy, but I just think this is the best way to do it without me going back and forth to the kitchen. I'm not really super worried about the ones without drainage holes like this guy here. I'll just water this normally. This like mutant super silver is growing like 5 million growth points and it's like all getting stuck in each other. I need to separate them out pretty like right when I'm back, I think. This one is in a Jomo pot. I'm actually gonna stick it in one of these pots so that I can leave a reserve down at the bottom because this one dries out hecka fast. So I'm actually gonna be putting it in like this much water. I could probably get away with doing a little bit more, but I don't wanna go crazy. I think something of note is that if you're watering your plants when they're super thirsty like I am, because I've pretty much waited all week to water them, you can add even more than you were already planning to add because you have to account for the fact that a lot of that water is going to quickly move into the plant because it's thirsty. And then there goes all of your like reserves that you thought you had. So if you're watering when they're thirsty, make sure you add basically double the reserve that you normally would. If you're watering them when they're already hydrated, then just add enough for the reserve. It's kind of like when you see people do those time lapses of bottom watering and then you see all that water come up and then it's gone. That's pretty much what I mean. Like it's gonna go into the plant and then you're not gonna have any reserves left. I really hope that you're so far, my Senderiana, I always mix it up, Nobilis Senderiana, Senderiana Nobilis, whoa, I always mix it up. Alocasia Senderiana Nobilis, I hope this thing is okay while I'm away. Rooting Riches doesn't dry out as fast as my pond mix because I have not added any perlite. And I believe in Rooting Riches there's a little bit of akadama in here, which is good for moisture retention. So, oh gosh, I hope it's okay. I'm literally just doing enough to cover the leca down at the bottom. Also, I didn't even tell you guys, I found a bunch of adult thrips, which would make sense as to why the thrip problem has been so bad. They've just been, yeah, going around making babies. I don't know how they get in. I really don't. I don't ever open the windows. We don't have any door that is constantly open that leads to the outside. My guess is they're coming in through my AC vent and then like on our clothes, on Pud, on our stroller. I don't know, because otherwise I don't know how else the adult thrips are coming into the house. I think this is another one I might want to get into a pot. Like the Jomo Studio pots are good, but I don't think that they are good for like leaving plants for a long trip because I can't use it as like a self-watering thing. Oh, that'll do. Okay. This is a hot mess. I'm probably just gonna fill up most of this pot. I actually think that's good. And my child is losing his almond. I'm gonna switch out most of these little cover pots for the bigger ones or the bigger cups so that I can leave a bigger reserve. I need to talk very quietly because Archie is asleep. I can't close my door because there's a bunch of stuff leaning on it. I'm not even surprised, but I have thrips on my Brielle seedlings. If you guys watched my repot, I actually uprooted it from the soil that it was in. I soaked it in whatchamacall, a little bit of alcohol, Dr. Wood's tea tree soap, and yeah, I soaked it in there for about 15 minutes. And yep, I still see thrips. I just feel like I'm in a phase right now that I'm gonna hopefully not carry trauma from. But I honestly, you guys, I'm at a point with the thrips, the spider mites, the fungus gnats. There's a fungus gnat. With the fungus gnats, I'm just about ready to, ooh, it's alive. I'm just about ready to call it quits. I'm just kidding, I'm not. But I do have to do some drastic stuff, so it's not gonna be fun. I think some of you already know what's coming. So let's just enjoy each of them before they become bald. So this is actually, I think this was my favorite one. No, I think it was this one. One of these were my favorite ones. This one's turning out really cute. Really minimal venation, super round, and about to be super bald. I will be chopping each one of them down, spraying it with Endol, watering it, and they will be going into a bin. I'm not going to be able to fit all of these in this bin, but I'm going to fit as many as I can. So many of them just push new leaves too, and they're so adorable. Actually, I think this one might have been my favorite one. This one's got a cute little pink sinus, really, really nice venation, and also really, really bald. This feels like a crime. This is a crime, actually. I'm canceling myself. No need to do it. I will do it myself. Okay, maybe I don't put my coffee right next to the spray. This one's really cute too. I'm super glad that I kept a lot of them. Again, we don't know what they're gonna look like once they're bigger, but it's been really fun to watch them grow and just see the differences. Oh, look at this new little baby leaf. I don't see thrips on all of these, but I'm just assuming if they're in the same bin, they might have thrips. And if I wasn't going away, I would not be doing this. Let's just put that out there. This is just the most extreme thrips / pest measures you can take in general, and then also when you're going away. For me, I would much rather sacrifice leaves in the moment than come home to just thrips everywhere. This one is a bit more veiny. That's what she said. I really, really like this one too. This one has kind of a skinnier leaf, but really nice venation as well. And I'm not gonna know who's who until new leaves pop again, which I wouldn't even doubt if I had new leaves on all of these by the time I get back. Coffee. I'm also on my period, so I'm just like fatigued, I have cramps, I have a headache. It's very hard being a woman. Alice is gonna be shocked. She's gonna probably film while she's here, and she's gonna have nothing to show except for stumps. All right, I'm gonna be pulling plants out of my exo now. This was my thrips chamber before I realized thrips were in this entire house, so there's really no rhyme or reason to this exo at the moment. Look at this little cutie. So silver. This is the SKG silver hybrid from Plant Hues, and it's my favorite one. And I'm hoping that it stays really silver, but you never know. Need more water. I am loving this Black Widow Michelle Brielle Red Crystal. I don't know if I showed this to you guys already, but like, look at that venation. Look at the leaf color. It's wild. This one is going to be such a freaking good plant. I'm so excited about it. The watering is pretty much done in here. That was a big bulk of what I needed to do. And there's still quite a few things I have to do, unfortunately. Let's see how much I can get done in 20 minutes, because that is how long I have until I need to wake up Archie from his nap. I've got my list here. I need to sit. I need to have a sip of coffee. How are you guys doing? Are you eating? Are you resting? Are you also doing chores? What's the tea? Tell me everything. I also need to pack some plants. Okay, let's do that really fast. And I want to sit down, so I'm gonna try and set up my table here. These ones are watered. This one is feeling a little bit light. Oh my God, please stop. I don't understand how my sister has 2 kids, a full-time job, and manages to be on TikTok like 19 hours a day. Instead of using polyfill, I'm actually just gonna be using paper towel to kind of hold things in. 1, I can't get to my polyfill, and 2, this won't stick to the moss and the tree fern that's in the pots right now. So I just basically, I dampen it, and then I just like wrap it around. I know you guys can't really see much right now. Probably only need like half for these tiny ones. This tape feels super cheap. I hope that it holds up during shipping. I'm sure it'll be fine. And that is pretty much what they look like. So I'm gonna just do that for the rest of these. Archie's awake and I can finally, I'm free. Dobby is free. I think this is most of them. There's just one more that I can think of that I need to pack. So I have, let's see, plants. Oh, crap. I totally forgot. Okay, I would need one narrow pally for my friend Lisa. I think I'll give her this one since it's in a really teeny tiny one. So all I need now is, and I'm hoping they're not dead. They look dead. Oh no. My Columnia arguta af. Oh, everything in here is dead. Look at that. What a sad, sad prop box. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a fresh cutting, which is not ideal, but here we go. I have never propagated Columnia arguta before. If I can remember correctly, I got it from floriculture in perlite. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of perlite in here and hope for the best. Owen, I have no idea what I'm doing, so I hope this makes it to you in one piece. If it doesn't, I am so sorry. I'm sad because I took a huge cutting for that prop bin. And my plant is dwindling down. I am gonna see. Sorry, I was gonna say if floriculture has more of this, I am going to bring home literally as much as I can. I'm literally just gonna roll this up like this in here. I'm gonna add a little bit of paper towel, some wet paper towel. And I just hope that this thing does not die. My table, why is the table so low? Or is the tripod just really high? What's going on today? Okay. Just gonna pack it like this. And literally gonna hope for the best, you guys. My sister wanted some too, but you know what? I am not chopping. I'm not chopping that plant anymore. I already took so much of it. Like, my plant looks so tiny now. This is one reason I couldn't own a plant shop. I don't enjoy doing stuff like this. I really don't. It stresses me out. It's not zen, it's not peaceful, it's not the vibes. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. If I did, I'm so sorry. Done. Okay, perfect. Oh my gosh, the tags. All of the tags, all of them. No. All right, I'm gonna go feed my kid. Hopefully he's in a good mood after lunch, and then I can wrap up the last of the things that I need to do before I go, because I am behind on schedule. And if you are type A, you will know that this is an absolute nightmare. I'm not on schedule. Okay, be right back. There's gonna be a bit of noise. I'm very, very sorry. I am scrambling to make lunch. I just got Pudge's dog food, and I'm gonna do the very last thing that's on this list. I need to figure out the situation with my orchids, my air plants, and my carnivorous plants. And I think my solution is gonna be to just shove them all into a greenhouse. A bin would probably be more ideal, but I do not have any more bins to spare. So while I'm eating lunch, I'm gonna just do a soak of all of my air plants, like one last good soak. And then hopefully just the humidity from the greenhouse will kind of keep them hydrated. while I'm away, because I don't expect Alice to like soak them or spray them or do anything. I literally just want her to be in and out. My air plants are actually doing really well, and I'm super excited to see what floriculture has in stock, because I really only want to bring home, like I know I have friends sending me some plants, which that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like me shopping. I really only want to bring home air plants, maybe a new Ripsalis if he has one, more Columnia arguta if he has some, and I think that's it. So here's one of them doing just fine. It had a growth point here and I broke it off, and now it's just living in one of my plants. I'm not going to stick that in here. This one dried out a little bit, and you can kind of see where it dried out. It's on top of my TV, which gets really hot, and I think that's why it's been drying out. So after this trip, I'm probably gonna find a new home for this. Not a new home, like outside of my home, like a new spot for it in the house. This one is one of my favorite ones. It reminds me of like a Christmas wreath or something. Doing okay. And then this little guy, I love this one. And there's like a lot of new growth poking out now. So just gonna do a soak. I'll probably soak them for half an hour, 45 minutes. And then I'll show you the greenhouse that I'll be putting them in. It's crazy how many taquitos I can scarf down in one sitting. I don't know if that's a flex, but whoa, okay. Anyway, let's see if we can fit all of these babies into here. I don't think it's gonna be a problem, honestly, because the box is actually quite tall. I just need to make sure all of these are sealed, because I want it to be 100% humidity in there. And this one I'm probably just gonna keep somewhere in the kitchen too, because it doesn't need like a lot of light, just enough to keep it alive. I'm gonna figure out the cabinet situation here off camera, because Archie is being Archie. Once everything is kind of cleaned up and I've loaded the car, I'm just like not in a headspace right now to be doing this. So yeah, I'm gonna figure out this cabinet off camera, and I'm just gonna take you around and kind of show you the finished setup, and then I'm gonna go to California. I feel like this is very hectic, as usual, but I'm done, and hopefully all the plants are gonna be okay while I'm away. Thank you so much, Alice, for watering my plants, or what's left of them. I am not even worried about the situation at the house. I'm not worried about plants dying. I'm not worried about the pests. I'm just kind of like detaching mentally, honestly, with the situation going on over here. I am going to California to enjoy my sister's wedding, to relax, to detach from work. And even though I am gonna be filming out there, it's just not gonna be, yeah, it's a good break from my normal day-to-day. I'll have some help with Archie, and it's just gonna be nice to kind of like see my sisters and relax. So I guess this is just a reminder that if you're kind of in a bad place with your plants right now, whether it be pests, fungal something, root rot, anything, whatever it is that's stressing you out, it'll pass. Sometimes you have to take drastic measures, but one thing I've learned is that you can't really stress about the things that are out of your control. With plants, it's kind of a waiting game for a lot of the things that we're kind of struggling with or whatever, and if all you can do is wait, then just wait and don't stress yourself out too much, because it's really not going to change much. So yeah, all that's to say, I am going to California. I will be vlogging out there. I will be filming some plant content out there. So I'll have lots of California videos probably going up after this. But yeah, that is going to wrap it for me today. I hope that you found it helpful. I hope that if you are going on a long trip, maybe some of these things might help you kind of figure out how you're going to keep things going if nobody's able to water for you. If you have any good vacation travel tips, please let me know. Not like just vacation, like caring for your plants while you're on vacation. Anyway, that is my cue to go. I'm gonna head out. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one.